Hi everybody. Today's video is part of an art trade with Bing Klosby, and I'll have her information in the description below. She is another Duckverse artist that has done a ton of fan art, and she has a character named Eva. And I offered up art trades on my DeviantArt, and she was the only one who responded. And the day she accepted, she also put up a video of my character Piper that she had done the same thing with, is just a color video and a inking video of my character Piper. And it was really, really adorable, and I thought it was a really good idea that if, that I do the same thing for her in return. Normally I go a lot slower so you guys can see the process, but this ended up being like a 2 hour long video, and I just couldn't do it. And then like I put it on a slower fast forward, and it was still like half an hour, and I was like, I can't talk for half an hour. So I increased the speed a little bit more, and 13 minutes seems a little bit more. It's about the same speed as what she did hers at. And since I'm a slow artist anyway, it's not going that quickly like on my preview screen. So I figured it wouldn't be too bad. But, yeah. So she requested, she had a couple, she had 2 other OCs that she had requested. I think that they are her cat characters, but I'm familiar with Negaduck and I'm familiar with Eva. So I went ahead and did them, mostly because I've never drawn like baby Eva, and she's adorable with her messy blonde hair. And I think it turned out a lot better than the camera kind of shows. And I need to go ahead and scan a copy of the picture to put up. But I was happy with how it turned out, even if like the background isn't as good as I wanted it to be, because honestly, I just wasn't going to put in a background, but I ultimately did. And you'll see that later on. I just honestly wasn't sure how I wanted to do it, so I just kind of made color. So I used my Pentel brush pen on this so I could get some nice good thicks and thins, and of course I'm still not proficient with it, so there's a few screw ups that I can see. Of course I won't point them out because, if I point them out then you guys will see them too, and I don't want you to. But yeah, I went in with my liner just to kind of touch a few things up, and to get the smaller lines that I was afraid to tackle with that brush pen. And I think even at this point, I still wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to use my Copics to color it in or if I wanted to use color pencil. I ultimately decided color pencil because I'm still not getting very many commissions. So I'm kind of running out of ink in my Copics. So I'm just kind of chilling and waiting to see how the summer's going to be, and then I'll probably purchase some refills once I see how things are going to turn out. So I just went with color pencil for this, which is fine because I need more practice in that as well. And I have lots of color pencils, so it's not an issue for me to use them up. And yeah, so let's see. I think I'm getting close to getting the inking done. Negaduck in particular and Darkwing Duck, I have difficulty drawing altogether because they don't have traditional round head shapes like I like to draw. They have like an elongated head, and it's just awkward for me to get down. And then to put a hat on top of it and have it make sense. It's like I kind of fail at drawing Darkwing Duck and Negaduck and people in that style just because they don't have that round symmetrical head. So there I'm going with the color pencils. I just kind of went at it, kind of drop of a hat doing this whole thing too. I was doing laundry at the time. I had to get my uniforms ready for clinical in the morning, and I just kind of decided, I was like, well, let's get that video hammered out so it's one less thing to have to worry about, because I know I don't know that she's waiting on it, but I'm sure she'll be excited and it'll make her happy to get it. And that's like the whole point of all of this, is to make people happy and to give them things that make them happy. But yeah, I am a very slow colorist, as you can tell. I mean, this is 8 times fast forward and I'm still taking forever. Look at me go slow. I'm good at it. But okay, so things about Yeva. Well, aside from the fact that she's adorable, like I like the premise or premise that Bing Klosby's presented of Negaduck not necessarily being a bad character, but eventually turning bad and psychotic as a result of uh, his little sister going through some stuff. I'm trying to be sort of jaded on that because I don't want to give anything away if people want to go read on her. But overall, I just thought it was a good dynamic because she strikes me as a very sweet character and he's just a pill and we all know it. So, I don't know. I guess I like the idea of there being more to the character than just somebody who shows up and is psychotic. Even though, like, part of me thinks that the original concept of Negaduck was he showed up and was just psychotic. I like that people are willing to take a base character like that and put more in-depth thought into it and create a whole world and system for that character. Because, I mean, that's what fan fiction is. And that's what fan fart. Oh my goodness, I can't talk, and I'm not going to re-record this because this is the second time I've already done it. So that blub gets to stay in there. But that's what fan art is for, really, is for the fans to have their input and, kind of mold the world a little bit in whatever direction that they want to. And yeah, so I'm sitting here, like blonde hair for me is difficult. I have a hard time coloring blonde hair. Um, I don't know. Yeva in particular has sort of a subtle blonde, not like platinum blonde is more silvery and light, but Yeva tends to have not necessarily a dirty blonde, but sort of like an in between, like not necessarily golden or yellow either. So it's kind of one of those in between, almost like a tan blonde, and I find that hard to achieve from time to time or altogether. Like Rapunzel from Disney has like a yellow blonde hair. So that's pretty easy to get because I can just use straight up yellow and it makes sense. But Yeva didn't have that sort of coloring to her, at least not from the pictures I saw, and it seemed more natural to kind of give her sort of a tannish blonde. I think of the color of straw or hay more so. And I didn't even, and I hate saying this now because I'm probably going to kick myself later for not looking. I don't remember if she had green or blue eyes. I went with blue for some reason. I think that was my default. But I think she has green eyes now that I'm thinking about it because I think I recall her and Jade having both kind of the same tone of eyes. So I'm sorry about that. It's I can't fix it obviously on the original art, but I could definitely go in and edit the photo itself to make them green, but oops. See, and I did look up a bunch of pictures for her and everything. And yeah, so this silly thing, I lost half of my voiceover, so I have to do another one. I don't even know why I did that, but yeah. All right, so I was talking about the green eyes and the fact that I hadn't done proper research like I should have, and I ended up not getting her eyes right, and I apologize for that. Um, yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's just part of it. See, that's gonna haunt me now. I'm gonna be like, oh, I have to do a whole new thing for her now because I messed up one little bit. Ah, whatever. But, yeah, so with the red here, I kind of struggled a bit because I used two different reds, and one was clearly darker, like when you were looking at it, but it doesn't show through as darker. So I ended up going through much later on, and I used a purple color pencil to sort of pop that out. So his fedora and his turtleneck would show a little bit better. But yeah. Oh, let's see. And I'm still kind of working here and there with that purple. Oh yeah, I'm going with the purple right now. It's always iffy because, like, I know in color theory wise you should always use the opposite color. So if you're using something like red and dark reds, purples and blues are typically what you go for, but really purple is just blue and red mixed. So if you used a blue and it's a good blendy pencil, it'll make purple anyway. And that's why I just cut the crap and go straight for the purple. Um, and then I'm doing the bill, and then I know from there, I'm pretty sure I go into, yeah, it's going to be the yellow next. So, and finding like the different yellows, I thought that that would be difficult to find a yellow for the bill that wasn't just an orange, because I don't like the bills when they're just orange. I just, like part of me is like, no, you know, typically they are a form of yellow. And while yes, orange is a kind of yellow and red, it is not what I like. So finding that yellow, and I decided to make it match, even though I think hers is typically lighter, her bill. I was happy with that because it's different enough to be different from her blonde hair. It's a different enough yellow to be different from his clothing. So mucho, mucho happy with that. Loved it. And es bueno. Love it. But yeah, and then I did the yellow. The yellow got a little muddy. I don't know why. It was picking up the red. It's like I was nowhere near the red, but it somehow still picked it up in his lapel. And I was like, what is going on here? Not happy at all with that. But it's not so bad that it's noticeable. So I kind of left it alone, and I was kind of like, okay, well, can't be perfect. I'm not, like, the whole time I was trying to get the little color pencil shavings off the picture without smearing it. I need to get one of those really kind of, not the hard sweepers, but one of the plastic ones with the soft bristles, so that way I can sweep things off my paper without smearing it. Pretty soon, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be heading into doing the details pretty soon with my white Sakura jelly pen and my glitter pen. Because I do add tears at one point, and it doesn't really show though. I'm hoping it'll show in the scan. I still have to do that, scan it and add it at the end of the video. But yeah, so there's that. And I'm touching up a little bit with my microns, and I end up grabbing my not Sakura, but my Pentel brush pen at some point to try and darken some of the lines. But with Prismacolors, like the color pencil goes on so heavy that it's hard to keep the lines showing, and then it's hard to go over them because it kind of has like a waxy sort of feel to it, kind of like a reflective feel, so the ink doesn't want to really absorb. But I did what I could, and I think it turned out very well. I had a quick sort of blue stormy cloud looking background of some kind, and I just left it at that because really honestly I was just going to leave it white. So I was like, well, I'll add some sort of a background. I gotta at least do that. And that goes on pretty quick. So getting close to the end of the video here, so if you guys liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe and comment below. And to Bing Klosby, thank you very much for doing this art trade with me, and I really hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you really like the art, even if I did make a pretty major mistake. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!